Hey everybody, Adam Savage, and I am alongside Nancy from the National Park Service History Collection. Nancy, you knew that I was a hat nerd. What are we looking at here?
Well, so our collection is the Bureau History Collection, and as a result, we have the National Park Service Uniform Collection going back to materials from the 1920s.
So you have all the uniform, or versions of uniforms worn back that far.
Exactly, up through today, the
Okay.
new uniforms that are being created. And so these hats are not from our collection.
Okay.
They are from our consumptive use collection, which means you can handle them and try them on.
I can touch them?
You can touch them.
Oh, wow. So tell me how old this hat is, what it's from.
So this particular hat is actually from the 70s, but it's
Okay.
in the style that goes back to some of the earliest days of the National Park Service. So when we first got an authorized uniform in 1911, it was just described as a felt campaign hat.
Okay.
By about 1912, you start getting specifications for these Stetson hats with this wide brim.
This wide, super flat brim.
Yeah, the very iconic Ranger hat.
It really is.
And so when we first got the hat, I picked a good size, didn't I?
You really did. I think you're half a centimeter off. That's perfect. Oh my God.
When the hats first came out in 1920, there was no hat band.
Okay.
So the leather hat band that you see now actually was created by the Park Service in 1930, and it's in essence the same hat band that we've had since 1930, the same design.
It's been with the pine cones.
So those are sequoia cones.
Sequoia cones,
And the
okay.
original ones were silver. And in the 80s they changed to brass.
Okay.
But having the silver cones is sort of a one-up in the Ranger world of like, I still have a silver.
Oh, it's bragging rights.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm an OG silver.
And one of the things in the Park Service is we often have multi-generational employees in the National Park Service whose parents or grandparents worked in the Park Service, and so they will have their Ranger hat band or things like that they can continue to wear. And so it's a point of pride to actually still have a silver sequoia cone.
And also, I mean, the leather work on here is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
Really beautiful.
And the design for these were in 1930 was actually still done by our landscape architects. In the early days of the National Park Service, a lot of that artistic work that was done and design work was actually being done by the landscape architects. We didn't have a lot of artists on staff, but the landscape architects did that all the way up even into the 1950s. The iconic National Park Service arrowhead design, that original design was created by landscape architects.
That's fascinating. I mean, we were just doing a segment in which you were introducing me to Dorothy Waugh, and she was a landscape architect. And I mean, I just love that idea because landscape is all about form and communication and narrative, and it's a brilliant thing to do, to tap them for design.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so this style of hat, this is actually now known as a winter hat.
Okay.
Because we also have a straw version of the flat hat.
So this is then this is a summer version.
Exactly. And that summer version was actually introduced in 1959.
Okay. Oh, this fits even better.
It looks good on you. You need to come work for the Park Service.
Nothing would make me
You've got
happier.
that. And you put it on nice and flat the way you're supposed to. Some people tilt it up, and that's not right.
As a hat nerd, I know precisely where a hat lands on my brow to get us. Yeah. And I stood up a little straighter the moment I put it on. It just makes my posture a little better.
You did. Well, so one of the other aspects of sort of a point of pride for Rangers is if they can tie their own hat band correctly. They do not come pre-tied.
Oh, so this little design element of the wraparound.
Exactly. It's this.
Oh.
And so I thought if you really want to earn the privilege of the hat band, I have some instructions for you, and you can tie your own hat band.
Oh my goodness, yes, I totally want to tie my own hat band.
Obviously, these are the most iconic hats, but over time, there's been a lot of different hats in use, depending on the position. For example, there are baseball hats that are part of the official uniform. Back in the 40s, we had a version of a pith helmet.
Oh, wow.
That was actually part of a a uniform for really hot areas. And so you have also then sort of the Elmer Fudd ear flap fur hats for winter. And so there really is a broad range of hats that we have in the collection, but these are very much that iconic ranger look that you would expect to see when you go into a National Park Service site today.
I'm having so much fun right now.
You're doing good.
I was noticing the design feature of this wrap and how consistent it was, and it's just such a beautiful, oh wow, it's almost like it's, okay, sorry, see.
So, I know you're interested in sort of things that are found.
Yes.
We have, I mentioned this hat band came in 1930.
This one.
This style of hat band.
Right.
But we found an earlier version of the hat band that we know was in existence in 1929, but it was largely worn by the Rangers at Yosemite. And in doing some research about the history of that hat band, I actually was able to make connections with the family company in California that made the original Sequoia cones.
No way.
Yeah, and they still have the original punch and die and the original Sequoia cone that was the model for this.
That's
so
crazy.
It still exists.
Oh my God, that's the best story.
So, and we share out those stories even on our NPS History Collection website, because we recognize that not all National Park Service history is in the National Park Service, right?
Right.
People have connections with Park Service. They used to work for the Park Service. Their families know those stories, even if sometimes the Park Service has forgotten them. So one of our joys is actually getting to talk to former employees and their families and do research into some of those individuals who have really been instrumental in the mission of the National Park Service.
Well, I mean, one thing I'm noticing as I'm talking to people here is that the National Park Service is so much more of, it seems like an avocation than a vocation.
It is.
And that passion runs, as you're saying, generationally.
It does.
Oh, that's so exciting.
And, for this collection, I like to say that the National Park Service History Collection exists because the National Park Service is more than the sum of its parks. It is an idea and an ideal, a mission and a model for the world. And so that's some of the things that we try to look at with this collection more broadly than, say, an individual park story, and sort of capture that national and international values that the National Park Service brings to everyone.
That is so thrilling. How did I do?
Excellent. I think we should show that off.
I can see how it's like tying a tie, that it's all of these relationships, getting them all exactly right.
Great job.
And the one that comes out, it gets
tucked in.
Gotcha.
But you've done a great job.
Thank you so much. You gave me a craft project and hats. I am the happiest person. Thank you so much,
You're
Nancy.
welcome.
That's so thrilling. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching that video. Stickers. We have 4 brand new sticker packs for sale at adamsavage.com, and we have stickers to satisfy everybody in your life. We have right up front a Welcome Maker sticker pack that's got the tested logo, measure once, cut twice, more tested logos, Adam, Welcome Maker, Savage Industries, San Francisco. This is great for the beginning maker to start to dress up their toolboxes. We also have Logo Mojo with just some of our big tested logos and the katakana logo and some fun stuff. Oh, dude, that is awesome. I hadn't even seen that one before. Okay, Logo Mojo. Then we've got Atomisms. There's always more room on the Z-axis. The tested, always be knolling. It's not a problem to solve. It's a process to manage. Oh yeah, this is great. And then finally, we've got Stick Happens, which is for the screw-ups. Measure once, curse twice. We've got Adam eating everything in sight. We have Savage Industry logos. Oh yeah, demerit badge for going down the rabbit hole. The worn out tested katakana logo. Dude, there are stickers here to satisfy every sticker fetish in your life. adamsavage.com. I cannot wait to see in the comments what you have adorned with these stickers. Thank you. Back to your YouTube rabbit holes.